There we go. Good morning. I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. It's Christmas Eve. Woo! For everyone that celebrates Christmas, which isn't me. It isn't me. Not anymore. There's no point in it anymore. But happy Christmas Eve anyway, if you do. So I'm going to be pulling some cards out for the collective in this show. Doing some channeling, seeing what the guides want to tell us today. Also, mini reads too. So if you're interested in the mini read, check out the pinned comment. The comment that's pinned up top of the live chat, that tells you how to do it. There's a PayPal link in there. You can use that for your donations for it. Or you can use Super Chat or Super Sticker as well if you want. That works too. My preferred method is PayPal. And if you've got a question for your higher self, put a capital Q at the start of your question. Start of your comment, so that I can find it easily. You can leave it up to your higher self to tell you whatever it wants to tell you. Just ask for higher self guidance, if that's the case. Or you can be specific if you want. Hi, Timothy. Haven't seen you for a while. What have you been doing? I'm going to pull cards out. That's what I'm going to do. I got something new arriving soon to replace this. Not that I don't like this. I do like this. But some of these decks are way too big for it now. Because I had smaller decks on this shelf before. And it's a small shelf and they're always falling off, these ones. I've got a wooden thing coming. I'll play around with that. So, it's Friday, the weekend, and Christmas as well. What's everyone's plans for Christmas? I don't have any. I was thinking of going to a party tonight, but I'm all partied out. We partied for the children's Christmas party on Wednesday. And that was like Saturday and then Wednesday. And I thought, well, I'll just do it, and I'll do Christmas Eve as well because it's just because it's Christmas. I can't do it. I physically can't do it. I'm too tired. I need to get back to my training and stuff like that. Not that the gym's open right now, but it will be tomorrow, and I want to do that. I don't want to party tonight. So I'm being all bar humbug. I don't care if it's Christmas Eve. I don't feel like partying. So I'll have an early night instead. Oh, we've been spending a lot of time with a special friend. Tell us more, Timothy. Come on, dish the dirt. Got to protect ourselves because we're on the threshold of something. Oh, really? We're on the threshold of something, are we? Timothy, you're more than on the threshold of something. Got to protect ourselves. How calm. Oh, gossip. There's gossip going on. But it's not about me. Which is good. Someone was right to protect me from it all. What else? So we've got to protect ourselves, our generosity, yeah. Generosity. This has been coming up quite specifically in the energy updates in the last couple of days is about the season of giving. Only it tends to be just a few people that are giving a lot at this time, and my readings seem to have been for those people saying that actually you might want to break with tradition and not give so much of yourself and wear yourself out. Hey Arabella. Generosity. Some of us have been way too generous with our energy. Christmas is past. And we've got to watch out for that, apparently. I was surprised that it came up in the energy updates because I've not been a part of that for such a long time that I'm surprised the energy came through so strongly yesterday and today about that, but it did, so. It is a season of giving, but it tends to be like one person doing a lot of the giving, sorting everything out, cooking all the food, doing all of it, one person giving, and everyone else receiving. Or is that just me in my household? Of past, it's not anymore. Every day is all about me now, and so I don't need to have special days where I'm all about everybody else. Let's get some tarot out. I like the sentiments of Christmas. I just don't think it's been very balanced. And like I said, if you've got the flow going in abundance and receiving and all of that, you don't need special days for it. You know, it's like Thanksgiving or whatever. If you're always thankful, if you're always in that flow and you're receiving, you don't, it's like if you, like I said in the energy update, if you have a balanced life and you really love what you're doing, you don't need vacations either. You know, since being co-workers in 95. Oh, I think you've said about us before. Yeah. Oh, cool. I'm happy for you, Timothy. You've reached your threshold. We're all waiting. Itchy head. Can't scratch it though because I've got makeup on. Okay, Tara, what have you got to tell us? Hi, Belinda. So yeah, if anyone wants a mini read, you know what to do. Check out that pinned comment up top. Tells you how to do it. If you haven't been here before, if you have been before, you know what to do. So what have we got? Oh, 7. That's really fluffy because it's humid. I dried it and it's just gone curly fries straight away. The humidity. 7 of her. Yin yang balance. Those queens and that balance. Hey Jessica. Hey Belinda. The 7 of her. I think we had this one before. The I Ching, that's the one. 7 of her reminds us that just as yin exists within yang and yang within yin, so your answer lies within your question. Examine what you're asking and find the wisdom and guidance that dwells there. Examine what you're asking and find the wisdom and guidance that dwells there. Oh, I remember when we got this card. Yeah, it was when I'd been talking about that the answer is in the clues are in the question that you're asking. Yeah. Still just friends. Oh, you are on the threshold then. But that's good. That's progression, right? That's progression. We're happy for you. 7 of Iron. I mean, yin is receiving, yang is giving. All right? Maybe we're asking the wrong questions. So there's gossip happening right now. Unfortunately, it's not about me. It's about somebody else. And the somebody else approached me telling me about it. So people are saying this. And I know that it's not true. But I'm kind of glad that it's about her and not me, quite frankly. And it makes even more sense to me why he's leaving me out of things, because of the people that are gossiping. Six of Fires next. Hi, Jamie. 6 of Fire is Saturn. Challenges, restrictions, hard work. The 6 of Fire brings conservative, serious energy. It's getting serious. Situations must be reviewed and analysed and decisions made with calculating precision, for what happens now will determine future trends. Much can be won, but not without a cost. Uh-oh. Balance in giving and receiving. Doesn't that look like the 6 of Pentacles kind of a vibe going on there? You know, the 6 of Pentacles in this deck. Where is it? la 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 la. I'm tired. I can't party like I could anymore. I did have a good time though. The children's party was alright. The after party was fun. This one. It's kind of got that vibe about it. You see what I mean? Reciprocation. It coming back around again. Because we can't just say, okay, I'm going to learn how to receive. I'm open to receiving now. And I'm going to, find that balance and whatever. Get out of codependence and then go, oh, but it's Christmas. I'm just going to keep on doing everything for everyone. And give, 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 give. I think this is what it's talking about, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh, well, that's good timing, Timothy. So anyway, it's serious. In other words, something needs to be put to an end. And I just have this feeling that this is about, oh, but it's Christmas and I'll be codependent. Do you know what I mean? If someone in your family or anybody really with addictions or whatever goes, yeah, but it's Christmas, just make this one exception kind of thing, and then you do the codependent thing and enable them again. It could be very tempting to do that, right, around this time of year. Letting them back in. Or, as I said, it could be the total overgiving thing if you've been totally in codependency. You could just be, seriously doing everything for everyone at Christmas. It is a season of giving. Mommy gives everything. Everyone else receives. Don't need to be Mrs. Claus. The Crone of Earth. Hi, Jennifer. The Crone of Earth. Hi. She's waving. Oh no, she's saying come here. Her hands backwards. Crone of Earth. What's she doing? I like the crones. They're getting rid of stuff, aren't they? The Crone of Earth lays the earth to rest. Even the earth must regenerate, and there's time for everything in this life, including death. It came out in the energy update as well that this is a time of rest and recuperation. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. The break with tradition kind of thing. Lay to rest. Relax. Recuperate. Regenerate. The world, because we're ending a chapter here and starting a new one. And it's significant, isn't it? And the ending, this in-between worlds, this transition is taking a long time. We've been on this threshold for a long time. Omens. Omens. Is this the tower? Da, da, da. Let's do that now. Yeah, it is the tower. Warning. Warning, warning. As mentioned earlier, there's really no bad energy, only inappropriate energy. And in the same way, there's no bad omens or experiences, but ones that we might consider inconvenient or undesirable, at least in the short term. How can a majestic tree being destroyed by lightning be a positive thing, we wonder? All is one, the tree, the lightning, the fire are all part of the divine. A moon, a shadowy light that conceals more than it reveals, reminds us that we do not always understand the reasons for everything that happens around us. These things, these traumas, these disasters, for to us, they are those things. They do happen. We may not understand why, but we're sometimes given a warning so that we may be prepared. Trouble ahead, sudden and unexpected event, seemingly senseless destruction. Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's hard to take, but look, then it's the full, then the new journey begins. Ooh. So not only are we in a lengthy transition period because of this, there's gnarliness in it too. There's some destruction before the new journey, the fool starts on the new journey, before the new cycle begins. This morning when I was doing my makeup, I get all my makeup out and I put it on here and I have my mirror here. And I put all my things that can roll, like mascara and my eye pencils and stuff, and I put them here next to my like highlighter and blusher and stuff like that, so that they didn't roll down. And then when I moved that stuff, they didn't roll this way. And I'm like, it's because I've got a new desk and I don't have to stop everything from rolling to the middle anymore. Still doing the things, thinking that I was still on my old desk. So much better this. Flat. Morning, Mandy. You're staying home. You did. You did for Thanksgiving, doing your thing. It's making them crazy. Yeah. Some people do get crazy right about it, but we need to do what we feel like doing, and it can make us feel odd, can't it? Because we can think like, I should want to do these things because it's Christmas, and then we're like, but I actually don't want to do these things. And it's like, well, what if I feel a certain way? What if I feel like left out or abandoned or whatever tomorrow on Christmas Day because I haven't done these things? Oh, and then I look back the other years, past years, because this has been going on for a long time for me now. And I think, no, because I've never felt like that on Christmas Day. I felt happy that I'm not doing those things. There's this like sense of, I'm not with family and all of that trouble, and I'm not with those people and all of that stuff, and I'm here having a nice time as usual instead of like slaving away in the kitchen for hours and hours and hours. And I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy. But there is that, yeah, now I get the pre jitters kind of thing going. Maybe I'm going to feel abandoned. Maybe I'm going to feel left out. But then I don't. I don't. Even though it's a special day, apparently, the sun. The kids were enjoying it. We had a good kids' party. They enjoyed it. Santa came along and gave them all presents. That took quite some time. I went for a walk down the beach instead when that was going on. But they had games and stuff like that. It was fun. Sun. This is nice. The sun. The last Christmas that I did was with Jared and his family, and we went to his dad's house, his dad's and his wife's house, and I'd taken gifts along because I wasn't doing anything, right? They were providing it all. I'd taken gifts along, and some of them were quite funny. They weren't like huge gifts or anything, but I'd got stuff together for everybody, and some of them were quite funny, and gave them out, and it didn't go down very well. Not because it was kind of jokey, the stuff that I got, but just the fact that I'd given anything, because they felt bad that it made everyone else feel bad. And I'm like, no, just receive it. It's not anything big. Just like be happy. Don't feel bad that you didn't get me something, because they were like providing the day, And it was just like, this giving and receiving thing. It's so awkward with so many people that isn't it just nicer to give when it's in the flow, when you feel like, when it's in your heart to give to someone, not on a particular day when there's this thing about it and everyone feels like they've got to. And isn't that? But that's what this card is reminding me about. That's the last time I had a Christmas celebration, and it was It was just awkward. But that's what we did. We sat outside and we ate. Didn't drink Coke though. The sun. Happy days coming. Staying home on Christmas. Oh wow! Got a granddaughter. Congratulations, Belinda. I remember the first Christmas that I had by myself. I was in my combi at Mission Beach in Australia. I was on my way down, traveling down to Byron Bay from where I'd been up north when I first moved there. And I just stopped there and did Christmas there. And it was really nice, the first year that I've had by myself. And I really enjoyed it. I ate lots of fruit. I went and hung with some people at a cafe when I went to get a coffee in the morning because there wasn't many places open. And then I lay around reading a book. It was really nice. And then I went and called my kids. When I had to get phone signal, I had to go and drive up the road until I got phone signal to call them. And that was kind of nice as well, not having phone signal. Let's see what the sun says here in this deck. The sun warms the earth, encouraging life and growth, fruit and flowers, adding sweetness to life. It punctuates the cycles of life. In its light, we celebrate all the things we hold most dear. Connections, generations, and cycles that bring joy. It can be about too many positive activities, feeling burnout, and need to prioritize. Too many positive activities, you see. This is why I can't go to the party tonight. I just can't do it. There's a new bar opening as well. I had so much fun though the other night. I just can't do it. I am exhausted. And I'm feeling like a lack of vitality because of it. I like my getting up early in the morning routine and training and all of that. It makes me feel really good. The party is short-lived and then it leaves you feeling worse in the long run. Tired and, burned out. There's a need to prioritize. Anyway, in this story, we've got about the tower. To end the cycle, there's towers, there's shake-ups, there's a mass happening before the new journey starts, before this new cycle can begin. There's things to end. Chicken, you want to go out, honey? I think she does. So I made some more readings available because I thought I will work. I'll run for it because I quite like my work. It's quite good. And some people might want readings. Everyone's celebrating it. What's this? Oh, the Queen of Chalices. Ah, yes. The Queen of Cups. She's a miserable lady in this deck. No wonder she's been given so much. Because 'tis the season to be jolly. The Queen of Chalices. What's up, honey? I've got the turkey and the thing. It's like, let me support you. Oh, well, not in the kitchen. No, I'll just sit here and emotionally support you. You can do it. Woman, get up. You can do it all. No, you can't. Don't bother. Queen of Chalices. She is very loving and nurturing. She almost identifies with it. She provides comfort and solace for an aching heart. She's the giver, that's for sure, the Queen of Cups. And Cups is supposed to be about receiving. Well, it's about love. But Cups, and that feminine, that yin, it's always a cup, isn't it? And we're meant to be the receivers. So what went wrong? Encourages drama and feeds off emotional turmoil. So this is pretty much saying the Queen of Cups is codependent, because that's what it is, right? When we identify with the giving thing, it's like, no, this is what I am. This is who I am. I am the nurturer. I am the one that gives. I love doing that. That's me. I love doing that. I do that. That's what I do. And then in that position, those that will do that in that position, how many times did they get burnt out and resentful and then turn around and do that kind of stuff? Encouraging drama, feeding off emotional turmoil. So like feeding off people's emotions of, it's like, I did this for you kind of thing. People that are overly in that codependence, they've done that to me as well as turn it around. After all I did for you, I did all of that for you. It's like there's an expectation of something back. It's not true giving. When it's loaded like that, it's not clean giving. And I think when giving and receiving, when we've got a balance in our lives all the time of giving and receiving, it's less. I mean, it happens less. You know what I mean? If you can just if you just will give to someone, forget about birthdays or Christmas or anything like that. Never do that kind of thing. So imagine this, never doing anything like that. Just giving to people when it's in your heart to. When you just have a spark of, I want to get that thing for that person. I can think, how many times has it happened? It's probably happened maybe about 6 times or maybe more. Those are the ones that really stand out to me this year, is when I'm like, I want to get this thing for that person, and then I do. And it's weird, isn't it? Because I can think of one time, and she said to me when I gave it to her, she's like, why are you buying this? There was that awkwardness about receiving. Why are you buying this for me? I said, I wanted to. And it's clean when we do it like that. Yeah, that part in it, that receiving of it might not be clean, but it's clean when we do it like that. You know what I mean? The energy is clean. There's not one part of me that's resentful, but put me in a situation it's like, it's Christmas, you have to give. Yeah, there's a part of me that's resentful there. And same when someone wants to give you something and do something for you as well, and it's at any other time. That's clean too, because they've decided that's what they want to do. So there's an element here of the Queen of Chalices being kind of liking the drama of, I do all of this for you, kind of an energy. Some people could be in that. Watch out. This also is telling me that this could be the being worn out by all, the finally, when we thinking about ending a cycle, and when we stop or when we're near completion of it, that's when we really feel it. We really feel what we've been doing to ourselves these last 50 years. Yeah. It could be that too. When you finally put the burdens down, you realize how light you are without it. It's like when I'm doing strength training and you can't see them with this camera angle. Can you see them with that one? Yes, you can. Oh, I can't point to you with my mouse. I'll point with my fingers. These weights here, they are 10 kilograms. They're 12.5 kilograms. And then there's some 15s. And I use those on legs day, the heavier ones. And so I'll be doing lunges and stuff like that with them. They're heavy. They hurt my hands, they're so heavy. And with the sets that we do, because I do Caroline Gervin's videos, you'll do a few sets, with the weights, and then you put them down and do body weight to kind of finish yourself off, called supersets. And when you put them down and you're just using your body weight, you're like, this is so easy. I'm so light now. It's that energy of feeling so much better now. So put it back into this. There's something about giving and receiving here. That's why the universe has been going. Oh, we'll show you the cards. That's why the guides have been going on about it. Giving and receiving, very important to get that right. Something needs cutting out. Crone of Earth. What does she say? I can't remember. But the cycles are completing, and this is a significant one before a new beginning starts. There's going to be craziness. Like so some of the cycles that we've not been completing, some of the things that we've kind of been carrying on need to end, and they might end up in quite destructive ways, and we might have been avoiding ending them because of these destructive ways, like like keeping Christmas going, that kind of thing. I'll save my codependency just for Christmas and I'll do it again then. that kind of thing. We've been avoiding doing that, and so shit might hit the fan there before this new start can happen, because we want the true happiness, like real happiness, not being burdened by it. 10 of Wands are far heavier than 10 times one's weight. Yes. Heavy. We need to drop that heavy energy to be light. I know, love and light and all of that. Can say it all you like, but until you actually put the actual burdens down, the actual burdens down, you're not going to be light, right? Thank you, Jessica. High self-guidance for Jessica. Fluffy hair. So maybe this is saying that we're still out of balance and we don't even realize. We've come far. But there's more to do. And these final things the universe steps into, pushes into it, with that tower. Anyway, Jessica. Sabotage friend. Who's your sabotage friend? We've all got one. The sabotage friend. The one that comes along. Encourages you to sabotage with them. Sabotage themselves. And they're like, go on. They come along at our weak moments, the sabotage friend, and encourage us to do it too. Who's your sabotage friend, and what is all of this about? Have I got a sabotage friend at the moment? I think I cut them out. Believe in self, empower self. You're going to have to be strong to your sabotage friend. Your sabotage friend is going to try and pull you into something that's not good for you. It's something that they do. So you might have made a decision. This is like this would be like me deciding not to go out tonight, and then my sabotage friend calls me. Well, more likely to message me, not call me, but message me saying, "Carl, go on, come out," and I'm like, "Oh, okay then." You need to believe in yourself and believe in your choices and empower yourself and say no to your sabotage friend. I don't know what it is, but someone's going to invite you, and recognize this time that they are the sabotage friend, that this is a pattern that you've got with this person. They sabotage themselves, and they're your weak point kind of thing. They can press those buttons at your weak point and encourage you to sabotage quite easily along with them. Be careful. Thanks for your donation, Jessica. Oh. Jamie, honey bunny, you struggle badly at Christmas, have no family. Birthday's in 5 days. Well, anything good and noteworthy happen in the next week? And that's something that I said in the energy update today as well, is that even though I don't celebrate it, I do tend to get gifts from the universe at Christmas. When I was listening this morning, I was in the bathroom doing bathroom things, face and stuff like that. I was listening to myself, and when I was saying, yeah, I get gifts from the universe. There tend to be some kind of a gift that shows up. And I'm like, was that you, universe? You've given me a gift. After I'd heard myself say that this morning, I was thinking, oh, I wonder what it's going to be this year. Could be getting a gift from the universe. I have noticed that. Since I stopped doing the Christmas thing, I do get gifts, but then I get them all the time. They just seem to be a little bit more significant, birthdays and Christmas, the gifts that I get from the universe, like the bigger ones, I know what I want. So, Jamie, sorry that you struggle at Christmas. So you're the feeling left out thing, hey? I don't. I don't feel left out. I'm happy in my left outness. Yeah, here you go. Freedom, love what it is. Like, seriously, it's better. It is, though. Peace and freedom. So much better than that stuff. Do you remember what it's actually like? It's exhausting. Gotta look back, not with rose-tinted spectacles and go, oh, but it was just magical and it was great. Actually think back to what it was actually like. It's not. It's fraught with all kinds of crap. Like I said, the giving and receiving, so many people can't do it cleanly. And it's just, yeah, there's so much crap in there. So try and love the freedom that you've got, because it is actually really good. Try and shift your focus from what you're missing out on to what you're gaining from it. How interesting. Time alone and right. Journal your feelings as well, because often the stuff that comes up for us, it isn't even true. That I'm missing out stuff. Often it's not even true. Or the stuff that we're missing out on isn't that good anyway, or is actually bad. Well, anything good and noteworthy happened then? I haven't answered a question, guys. You know what? No, because you're focused on it. Not. That's why it's said about this, journal it, because you need to get yourself out of that energy. So you struggled badly at Christmas. So no, good and noteworthy things aren't going to happen. It's when you get yourself out of that energy that something will. So that's why it's not answering your question. It's almost saying you need to get yourself out of this energy by realizing that you're not actually missing out, that you're gaining from it. So what's under that, and I am that, I asked the question, is anything good and noteworthy coming? Like, what's under that question? Meaning, like this said, the clues are in the question that you ask. In other words, those that are in the flow and positive, and they don't even ask that question, is anything good and noteworthy going to happen? It's someone who's really believing that that's not going to happen to ask that question. You know what I mean? And so it's all about changing your energy. Changing your energy, seeing it in a different light, because that's when your energy will shift, and that's when you can receive those, or even, receive those things and notice those things too when they come in. I was so lucky the other night. It's so funny because we play a lot of pool now. I play a lot of pool now with my friends, and my friend we team up together. We call the Sexy Lady Team, and we're both pretty good at pool. We're not the best there at pool, but we're both pretty good at pool, and moderately competent. But we're so lucky too, and the mixture is like a lethal combination. the mixture of the two, we just win all the time. Like once we're on, well, I started doing singles, and once I was on the table, whenever and it wasn't like some of them were better than me, but right at the end, they'd like pop the white along with the black or something. There would be an aspect of luck about it. It was just hilarious. We were just so lucky. And she pops the black, she pops the white like 4 times, or about four times each game, but it doesn't matter. And she says, "Oh, sorry." I said, "Don't worry, we'll still win." And we do. It's just hilarious. And everyone else was trying to say why it kept on happening. Everyone was noticing that it was a mixture of sometimes we'd play well and sometimes we were just lucky. Oh, it's just funny. Anyway, they tried to split us up as well, but we didn't. Oh, you miss your father so much. Oh no. Oh, killed himself almost 20 years ago. Wow. It's heavy. Arabella, high self-guidance for you. I have to find somewhere else to put these cards, not on the floor. Arabella. Simply be firmer. Oh, this could be firmer about simplicity as well. Simplifying, like, as in, I'm not doing that anymore. It's going to be simpler this time. You're going to have to be firm in that. You're going to have to put your foot down and be firm in that. Simplifying. Be strong. I just have this image of you having to say no repeatedly, firmly. Someone's going to try and manipulate you. Surrender includes. So you need to include yourself more. Maybe in the receiving. Let it go and include yourself more. You've been leaving yourself out. Providing for everyone else, but leaving yourself out, maybe. Include yourself more. You are a worthy recipient too. I feel like it's going to be quite testing for you, Arabella. But tune into your feelings and be true to yourself. It's better for everyone else if you're happy. Yeah, might be tricky for you to navigate these next few days, let's put it that way. You need to be firm with people and you need to include yourself. That's most important. Don't leave yourself out of it this time. Don't leave your feelings out of it. There's stuff that needs to be let go of to simplify. It's quite a complicated few days, isn't it? For some. More tarot. Let's use the Starchild tarot. And then I'll get the Christmas one out as soon as it's Christmas. We need to be a bit Christmassy. My friends are all wearing red. The other night, and I wasn't. They all got really Christmassy. Like, seriously. Christmassy. Not me. Got lots of space for cards on this table. The Queen of Crystals. There we go. That's a different energy. The stable one. Yes. That's a better energy than this worn out woman here, right? The stable one, the Queen of Crystals, the one that's got it together, because she prioritizes the important stuff. for herself, not the frivolous things. Solid base. Yeah. I realize I can't remember whether it's videos that I've already put out or not, but certainly videos that I've done in the last couple of weeks showed me that I clearly that I paid off all my debt, right, and then I was saving in the same way that I paid off my debt. Half of everything that came in I was putting into savings, and my savings weren't racking up. And then they hit this point, and it's the point of the amount of money that I moved to Australia with. And I got a bit complacent about it and just started spending. But what I'd really stopped doing is putting away half of everything that had come in. And I realized it came up in a video I read. As I said, I can't remember if I put it out already, but I said it in there. It's like, oh, I need to start doing that again, so that that story that I say of I was wishing for the money to come in to pay off my debt, the $8,000. And then I realized, oh, it's me that needs to do it. And then I started paying half of everything. I have kind of the same situation again. I was wanting to get my savings to the next level, and it just wasn't happening. It's because I wasn't doing that. And I realized, like, oh, I need to do it again. Of course, it's me that's going to have to do it. I need to do it again. And there's that stable energy, the Queen of Crystals. That's me becoming the Queen of Crystals again. It's like, oh yeah, I remember. I know how to do it. It's not just going to happen by itself. Get myself to that next level of savings, which I do want. Like, I want to build a house. So I need to do it. And so I've started doing it again, probably for a week now. I'm doing it again, and it's good. It's true. More money comes in when I do that. So awakening to what's important and the priorities, and hello game. Awakening. I need to read her out. To what's really important, the Queen of Crystals, and being stable in that as well. And it's also about being stable in ourselves too. Stable in ourselves, in our perspective, not being able to be pressured into or manipulated into other things. Awakening is the understanding of your inner divine intelligence. You can look back on choices you've made and identify the lessons you've learned, with each step advancing toward your own spiritual growth. No more fears, no more doubts, no more self-judgment. This is a time of transformation. Through elevating your thoughts, speaking your truth, and connecting with the divine light which ignites your dreams is the beginning of profound changes. Right. So back to all of this world card right in the middle there is this profound ending of a cycle and the start of a new cycle. There's so much to it. It's almost been a year in the making of us, well, or even more than that, in fact, the lessons and stuff. And it's like the universe saying, you've got to get these lessons now and you've got to put it into practice. Like all of the time, the shit's going to hit the fan too. There's like a final crumbling away of the rest of the stuff before we can have this new beginning. But we really need to be tuned in right now. It's a time of transformation. Through elevating your thoughts, speaking your truth, and connecting with the divine light, which ignites your dreams, is the beginning of profound changes. From each stage of learning, you may find yourself at a crossroads, on the verge of making an important leap forward. This also indicates that something you've been anticipating is finally getting closer. Divine wisdom comes from relinquishing the negative feelings you've been harboring towards others or yourself. So the resentment from the imbalance of giving and receiving, we might have got so used to it and so used to pushing it down. And this is the universe saying, look, hey, divine feminines, you can't keep on doing this, and you're not divine feminines if you're doing this. You're perpetuating imbalance that is in the whole world. You might think you're feminists and doing something about it, but you're not. On the energetic individual level, you're still doing it. That's what these cards are saying. It's like you've got to stop. And we've made great strides toward that, but we really need to tune into our energy now, because any negative feelings you've been harboring toward yourself or others, it needs to be felt. And it's like, negative feelings need to be felt so I can make a change. Holding on to guilt, fear, or resentment cannot serve you in any way, and prevents you from connecting with your higher self. A time to release the old attachments and to practice forgiveness. This is important. There's something big in that. Feminism is about balance, right? A balance of the sexes for it to be equal. And we can't ask for that and continue in these unequal ways. It has to come from ourselves first. There's more riding on this than the stuff that you're waiting for. This end of this cycle is bigger than this. And women have actually got to, the feminine has to own that and actually be that and say, no, I'm not doing this anymore. Do I need to forgive myself or someone else? And we've all been in these patterns too, so we're forgiving ourselves and everyone else. You know, it's not like they make us do it. No, we've been complicit in it. We took that role on. And other people have been complicit in it too. Yeah, everyone needs forgiving. No one's a victim here. We all did it. What am I resisting at this time? Am I ready to take the next step in my own healing and transformation? And it's not going to be easy. Never is. Never is when it's important. Epiphany, letting go of guilt, a period of improvement, new beginnings, new jobs, transition, renewal. Here we go, reversed. We need to hear this. Awakening may indicate a reluctance to face an inner truth. You may be procrastinating or experience setbacks or self-doubt or insecurity. If you habitually focus on the negative events of your past, you may relive these moments emotionally in the present. It may be a good time to address these head-on with self-love and acceptance. Step up that self-love. Try to imagine yourself living or experiencing your life goals through visualization or meditation. In practicing this every day, you may shift the field of your reality into one of truth. The power of your mind is limitless, as are your paths and infinite potentials. The aircon stopped then and started again. I wonder why. There was a bee in here this morning. I don't know how it got in. Maybe it got in when I went to water my carrot plant and my chili plant out there. It was still dark and the lights were on in here, so it could have happened then. But there was a bee buzzing around. I let it out with the window. Busy bee. Lucky bee. This isn't going to be easy. These transitions are not going to be easy. It really does call for us to break traditions, not just Christmas, traditions, the roles that we've had, to really feel what's been going on, to get that balance within ourselves. And then from there is how we can start a new way of being, in a way. Seven of Crystals. Seven of Crystals. It's like sorting out the environment. Oh. Seven of Crystals indicates a new perspective of your life goals. It could be that you feel as though you've worked very hard but are still in the process of reaping the rewards. Now's not the time to give up. If you're feeling stuck or idle at the moment, take some time to rest and review your next steps. Perhaps you've learned more than you thought possible along the way and have shifted your priorities unexpectedly. It could simply be a matter of gaining a new perspective and trusting your instincts, mind, body, and spirit. Look at your life and think of everything you've accomplished and all that you're grateful for. This phase is simply a pause along your journey. Is it a pause? Anticipation, contemplation, visions, intuition, meditation, spiritual truth. How are you using your energy at this time? Is it paying off? Or are you becoming frustrated with a lack of output? This could be an indication that you're putting in everything you have, emotionally or mentally, and are not manifesting your plans. If this is related to a relationship, it could be that there's an imbalance in some way, or that one person will end up being disappointed in the end. Some of us are waiting for those relationships because we're not yet in balance in ourselves. We need to be in balance in ourselves first, at a very fine-tuned level, is what I'm hearing. A very fine-tuned level. So we've worked a lot on balance lately, is what this is saying, but we need to do it even more, get even more in balance. My hair was bugging me. We need to get even more in balance before we can get into these relationships. Otherwise, we're just going to fall into old patterns, and we've not got to do that. Remember, a new way of being. I should have put some of that stuff on my hair before. It's the Kerastase overnight serum or something like that. It's fantastic stuff. I don't know what it's called. Magic stuff. I don't know. It is magic too. It's even more magic when you use it in the daytime. What does it even say? Nutritive. 8-hour magic night serum. That's what it's called. Fantastic. Not just for nighttime. The sun again, nice. 3 of Cups, and then the sun. 3 of Cups. It's a lot, isn't it? Having to manage all these energies. 3 of Cups indicates a time of celebration, creative energy, and social gatherings. This highlights an emergence of spiritual and psychic growth as you learn to raise your vibration to an entirely new level. That. Entirely new levels of vibration here coming from this balance. You surround yourself with the people you love, and together you create wonderful, blissful memories. If you've been overexerting yourself in some way, now would be an opportune time to relax and take a break. After I finish work this afternoon, I'm going for a massage. Give yourself permission to explore the interests which will fill you both spiritually and emotionally. What future adventures lie just beyond the horizon? Relax and take a break. Give yourself permission to explore the interests which will fill you both spiritually and emotionally. True celebrations. You realize you're thinking you're a feminist but still live in the same societal roles, right? Yeah. And it's been so ingrained in us all, hasn't it? That it's really something to become aware of it. It's something to stop it too, because, like I said, no one's a victim here. We've all been doing it. But as soon as we change that, of course there's backlash from other people because they've got used to us doing that. Three of Cups, setbacks or delays, family quarrels or disputes, state of unhappiness or instability. Yeah, things are going to be unstable. It may be time to have some important conversations with loved ones. Communication. Remember, Monday and Wednesday was all about communication, wasn't it? If there are any issues from your past that are now resurfacing, it's time to acknowledge them head on and decide if you're ready to let them go. This allows you to make room for fresh perspectives and establish a sense of closure. Ooh, some tricky conversations, and then the sun can come out. Ta-da! True happiness, not fake happiness with glitter and tinsel. I'm kind of glad that my Christmas decorations didn't arrive. Bah, humbug. When the sun shows up in a reading, it's time to acknowledge your wonderful blessings. It's an expansive, love-filled radiance that indicates a joyous time in your life, like true joy, not fake joy. Along with a renewed sense of abundance, you have reached a higher state of consciousness. This elevates your inner growth and connects you with the divine light of Source. The sun also reflects the positive approaches you take in how you choose to interact with the people around you. You're succeeding in new and vibrant ways and are able to pour all of your enthusiasm and vitality into your dreams. When you resonate this way, it's only natural that more light will shine down upon you and the ones you love. Bask in this healing, transformational energy. It's guided you this far. How can I maintain a positive mindset and approach to life? Am I ready to receive the payoff for all I've worked for? Yes. Am I ready to acknowledge the light in myself and others? And the dark too. Happy relationships, warmth, pleasure, sincerity, good health, joy, accomplishment, success, abundance, celebrating your inner child. Reversed. May indicate a sense of loneliness or difficulty. Although you may at times feel strong in your convictions, there are perhaps moments when you repress your own voice or opinions around others. If you feel as though your direction has been clouded, know that this is merely a temporary setback. Things will definitely shift for the better if you become mindful of your thoughts, your strengths, and the love and light which surrounds you. Love and light. Take some time to reconnect with the activities you enjoy, the skills you have, and align yourself with new and exciting opportunities. Demand more rights. Self-entitlement will destroy the world. I'm not so sure about that. Because those that have been... Balance is the answer. Nothing's going to destroy the world. We've all been very out of balance. Balance is always the answer. Some people have been whatever the opposite is of self-entitlement. A lot. Well, obviously half have been that. There's a need for self-entitlement, the destructive one that you're talking about, when there's the people that are in the opposite of that. That's what was said on Wednesday. We don't want to hear it, but when we've been in these out of balance states, we're actually creating the need for the opposite, for other people to be in that opposite out of balance state. We don't want to hear that. So, in other words, codependent. You want to be codependent still? You're creating a narcissist. You're creating the need for a narcissist to be. And maybe that's why we've got this explosion of narcissism now. It's to show us, hey, feminines, stop it. Like, stop it already. Got to see our side in it, right? So I'm guessing you're focusing on the masculine energy there by saying self-entitlement will destroy the world. You're not got to. You've got to focus on the feminine and what the feminine needs to do. This. No. I'm going to get the Christmas ones out. Let's get a little bit faster. You see, we can't focus on the other people. Like, we can't go, oh, well, how can we combat narcissism and focus on the things that we haven't got going on ourselves? That's like me going, oh, how can I fix the masculine? It's not my remit. I haven't first clue. I'm not a masculine. I don't know how to do that. I've not been there. I've not done it for myself. And when we focus on the things that we're not ourselves and point the finger at that and go, oh, that needs to change because that's bad and they need to fix that. It's useless energy. We can't do that. It's not in our power to change it because it's not ours. Got to change what's ours first. Two of Potions. Potions is what? Cups. Oh, now we're getting into the romance. I'm going to read this. Where did I put it? Where did I put the book for this? It's probably in here. Yes, it is. It's in here. Ooh, it's a tight box. Two of Potions. Where's candles? I don't know. No, candles must be wands, right? Confusing tarot decks. Two of Potions. You're in complete harmony with someone special in your life. Whether this is work-related partnership, a romantic relationship, or a friendship, it's a positive for you both. Be sure to stay supportive of each other. This connection has major growth potential. Two of Cups. Feminine's been weak, needy, and destructive. Yeah? King of Needles. Have you been that? I've not been that. But I have been way too willing to do way too much. For sure. King of Needles has brains, logic, and determination. He's deeply respected but sometimes feared for his cold, shrewd tendencies. When this card comes forward, take it as a sign to let reason and sensibility guide you instead of letting your emotions get the best of you. Okay, reason. Reason's going to help us here. Love interest. The Page of Candles. This card is cool. Page of Candles, candles, candles. The ones. Look at this. The Page of Candles represents someone who's full of fresh, innovative, creative ideas. He's ready to soar, but may not yet have the solid, stable foundation necessary to move forward and bring those great ideas to life. Some great ideas were not yet solid, stable, like Queen of Crystals, enough to move forward and bring these great ideas to life. So in other words, we've got some good ideas of where we're headed, but we haven't got that stability yet in ourselves to actually do it. Hence why we're waiting. And the Knight of Needles. These cards are great. I like the pictures. The Knight of Needles. The Knight of Needles has a smooth, devil-may-care, cavalier attitude. He's clever and quick-witted and has the maturity and focus to back up his brilliant ideas with decisive action. Put your energy into maintaining the pace of your forward momentum and stop at nothing to see things through. So we need to be tenacious at this. Yeah, we need to be tenacious at this and ready to get moving and be brave, and be brave. Hello, Fox's Mama's channel. Yeah, so Mandy. But this we've got all different ideas. Like I recall years ago when the guide started going on about feminine and all of that. When I first started thinking about it, I'm like, I don't even know what it is to be feminine. All I could think of, like when I thought of feminine, was like flowery stuff, flowy dresses, which is not my style at all. But that to me was feminine. None of feminine. I had no idea. Hadn't thought about it. What was feminine traits or a way of being feminine, and that's when I first started thinking about it. Because my guides told me I needed to be more feminine. I'm like, what even is that? I'm not wearing flowery dresses, guys. I think we've all got a different perspective of it from what we've experienced. We've all got our own wisdom about it, and there's that has its place, that has its place. Tomboy, yeah, tomboy. What should we get out now? Anyone else wants a mini read? I think I'll get some love cards out, seeing as they're bringing love into it here. So maybe these relationships are being held back then for us to get balance. I mean, they do, don't they? They get held back. We know that. Like what Timothy's going through at the moment. You realise you've got yourself to a certain point now. You meet each other earlier on. It could be a twin flame, Tim. You meet each other earlier on to kind of spark something in each other, but you're not ready, and you can look back and know that you're not ready. But these cards are saying like there's way more to this. This is like a whole earth paradigm shift that's going on here. And it's happening within ourselves. Of course it has to happen within ourselves. We can want the world to change as much as we like, but change is always going to happen within ourselves. That's the way it happens. Fox's Mama's channel. Check out the pinned comment up top. It tells you how to get one of the mini reads. So let's get some loving cards out here. Tell us about these shifts in relationships, or what we're waiting for, or whatever it is. Whatever it is. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. Unwanted thoughts. It's never going to happen, or, all of those unwanted thoughts, the thoughts that make us feel heavy. Sorry. You're raised by a narcissistic mother. Me too. Strive to do the complete opposite. I know, we don't know what true femininity is. And the guides say that this is a good thing. That we have no her story is a good thing, that we only have his story. So it's only been the male perspective that's been written down and saved. And that used to make me angry. But the guide said, no, it's actually a good thing because you get to create it anew. You don't want to know how people did it before, because then you just get locked into that. You're creating a new way of being now, and that's a good thing. It's like, okay, that's one way of seeing it. But that whole raised by a narcissistic mother and doing the opposite, that's a trap to fall in. That's a trap, because we don't want to be the opposite. What if you succeed? Oh, well, you'll be codependent. Great. So you're creating a need for another narcissist. You don't want to be the opposite. You want to find the balance, right? So be careful what you wish for there. You might have just achieved it. You might just have achieved it. Right? What's the opposite of a narcissist? Is a codependent empath. That's what it is. It's out of balance. Creates the need for another narcissist. Thus, creating more of the extreme energies, the polarities. That's not what we want. We want to find the balance so that the others can get balanced too. We want to break this chain of pain. It's a tourist on a scooter. I didn't even open. Oh no, I did open the curtains. I opened the curtains yesterday. Not for very long. Have I ever heard of Tea, the New Tarot? No, I haven't. Anyway, I've got to let go of those thoughts that are heavy. The thoughts that annoy us, the thoughts that make us feel heavy. The little pessimist inside of us that sits on our shoulder going, it's all crap. It's all crap. It's all their fault, and it's all crap, and all of that stuff. The thoughts that make us heavy and make us feel like giving up, we've got to give that stuff up. I was asking about relationships here. Still am. Be proud of yourself and how far you've come. We're getting ourselves into balance, like more balance than anyone has ever been before. It's quite something. More balance than anyone has ever been before. This is why we don't want to know what the past is. Oh, go away. JD Sports. Gabe. Higher Self-Guidance 3. Gabe. Thanks for your donation. You going somewhere, Gabe? Christmas? Because you've got to trust myself, traveling innocent. You're going somewhere. Guilt could come up. Wherever it is that you're going, so you're going to see someone at Christmas, guilt's going to come up. This innocent card. You're innocent. Someone could be trying to put something on you, blame you for something. Or just make you feel bad in some kind of way for stuff that you haven't done. Anyway, you need to trust yourself in that. You need to know your innocence. Don't take it on from them. Eek. But that's specific. Why are you getting 3 cards out? I think I'm pulling 2 cards out for you getting 3. Oh, you put Higher Self-Guidance 3 in your comment. Is this thought useful? Intimacy and I am love. They don't even know you. They think they know you. You know when people do that? You know when people, and family, it tends to be family, or people that have known us a long time, they think they know us better than we know ourselves. They're like, that's not who you are, you're this person. The idea of you that they have in your head, which might have been like 6-year-old you or something. Is this thought useful? Intimacy and I am love. Someone's got an idea of you that's not even true. This person is going to be annoying. They think that they're intimate with you, like they know you, or that you've been intimate with them. In all honesty, this person hasn't really been intimate with you, doesn't know the real you. It's someone that's got a very, blinkered vision of you, that kind of thing. Don't get caught up in it. I mean, don't even engage. Don't even engage in it. You might feel like you want to change their mind or set it straight. You don't need to stand up for yourself here. It doesn't matter what they think. This is someone who has very set way of looking at things, and you're not going to change their mind. So you do need to just know your innocence and all of that, and try not to get caught up in that game you're going to be invited to. And it's someone in particular that you will travel to. You're going to see them, apparently. Does it make sense? Okay. So we should be proud of ourselves because of everything that we've been through. How far we've come. Especially about relationships. Remember the guide said we might think that we're behind because other people seem to be in relationships, seem to be in good relationships, and we're not. And yet we've done so much work. How come? How come people that have not done very much work are in good relationships and we're not? And they say, because you've already said no to those relationships, those kind of relationships those people are in, you've already ditched those and realized that that's not good enough for you. We're taking things to the next level. Be proud of ourselves. Our guides are Our guides are never looking at us going, "I've not done it yet." I mean, are they stupid or something? They've not done it yet. They never do that. They're very proud of us. So where us relationships are concerned, we're not behind the ball. We're ahead of it. So we should be proud of ourselves. Rejection. Oy. Rejection. Ouch. Feeling dejected. Rejected. Dejected. Thank you, Catherine. Career quick read. Okay, do that soon. Fearing guarded. Oh yeah, we had the protection thing out first. We're on the threshold and we need to protect ourselves. Okay, that's what they've been going on about, right? This threshold. This is why we're not there yet. We need to protect ourselves more. Generosity. Yeah, balance. Guard our hearts. Rejection and fear and we could be going through it, yes. But we need to protect our hearts. We're on the right path. Like seriously, we're on the right path. Guides are very proud of us. Let's not bring ourselves down, hey? Telling ourselves another story. Withdrawal. Alone time. Doing different than everyone else is doing. Yes. This is why it feels like rejection, right? Because it's like we're having to opt out and that it doesn't feel good at first. It doesn't feel good. Defensiveness. We have to defend our position on this. Like that. That is protection, isn't it? A tower thing in the middle of the ocean. They had these where I grew up, under them St. Anne's in the UK. It didn't look like this, but it was like a pole and it had like a bucket cage on top. And I remember asking I used to look at them out in the ocean and I'd look at them like, what are they? And I asked somebody, and they used to like take a boat out there, someone would climb up, put wood in it and set fire to it. They were like the original lighthouses and they're still like in there. Just reminded me of that. But yeah, in the middle of the ocean, in a tower, with some like spikes around it and cannons on it, and he's got a gun. That's how you do it. That's how strong you're gonna have to be. Seriously? We're gonna have to be strong. You know what this means? We could get tempted to cave to get what it is that we want in relationships. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't cave in. Don't settle. Be strong. Protect yourself. Keep on moving forward. Drought. Even though you're telling yourself, like, I'm not getting anything from this. You will. You'll get much better from it. Yeah. Self-love on the bottom of the deck there as well. You'll get much better from it in the long term. We've got to be in this for the long term. You had your mind somewhere else. Why did I pull 3 cards? It's because you put it in the comments. And you comment in the... I didn't mean to. It's just your higher self playing a prank. career quick read for Catherine. I'm out of here. I'm going to do videos. Another pick a card read. Later on today will be a twin flame. What's going on with the twin flames at the moment read. Pick a card read is going to be out. I don't know what I'm going to record. What am I going to record? I do know what I'm going to record. What can I expect in the next 7 days? Oh no, that's going to be out tonight. The twin flame one will be out on Monday. It's what you can expect in the next 7 days, day today. I'll record that. Did you like the Christmas one? What you getting for Christmas? Catherine, career. Oh, you're good enough to be artistic. You've got a creative flair inside of you. Pursue it, is what your higher self is saying. You are good enough. Like, you are good enough. We sometimes, you know, it's like me saying something like, or thinking something like, well, I'm not the best at tarot reading, so I shouldn't do it. You don't need to be the best. We all do it in our different ways, and there's a place for each and every tarot reader, even the sensationalist ones that are on about third parties and spells and stuff like that. There's a place for them, a place for everyone. And that's because we all do it in our own way, right? We all do it in our own way, and we all appeal to those. Even like art. We're talking about art here. There's art that appeals to different kinds of people, you know. So you are good enough. Don't compare-itis. Don't do that to yourself. You are good enough. Do something in your own way, being creative. You need to pursue that now. You've got an artistic or creative kind of flair, and you need to pursue that now. Judgment separates and forgive them. And so this is a reason that you're not going there. Because of judgment. From other people. You need to forgive them. What did I say on Wednesday that I'd heard? Everyone thinks that you're crazy until you get successful, and then they think you're a genius. So because you have to pursue these things, right? And they all think you're crazy. So I'm going to start a YouTube channel and do this. And they're like, really? But then once you get successful, they're like, oh, that's great. I might do that. And then they try and they do it for like 1 week and they don't persist. It's that persistence, you know? People are always going to judge. They can't see it. They can't see it until it happens. Same with relationships too. I mean, they might, you know, people around you might judge the relationships that you're getting into because no one can see inside of a relationship. So that will help, you know, forgiving them, those that have judged you before about this artistic thing. You need to do that first to give yourself permission to pursue it. So your career thing, yeah, it's a path, career path, you know, a path to you being creative. Think of it in that way. Move forward. If you were to do a reading for yourself just to find out what you need to know for the day, how many cards should be drawn? Depends. There's no rules. Arabella, guidance on, will I start my business with a partner soon? Soon? Will you? Thanks for your donation, Catherine and Arabella. Will Arabella start it soon? No, not soon. Or no, not with a partner. Let's find out. Well, something good's going to happen. Success and I am heard. Wait, I need to ask. With a partner, will Arabella start a business with a partner? She put 2 variables in there. No, see, that's what it is. Will Arabella start a business soon? Yes, it's not with a partner. Success, I am heard. Right, and Okay, this makes more sense now. Business partner is very tricky. It's a very tricky energy because you've got 2 points of manifestation, 2 karmic points, if you like, or 2 intentions. You got 2 variables. It's like, that's why romantic relationships are tricky compared to everything else. It's way easier to manifest things independently because then we've only got our own energy to sort out. So success, I am heard, your vibration, it's way easier to do it alone. It really is. Your vibration is heard. And remember too that you've got personal access. Everyone does. Personal access to source and abundance. No one needs anyone else for that. No one needs a go-between between themselves and source and or themselves and abundance. It's not saying that we're islands and we're all alone, but when we're talking about manifesting, it's all from our energy. It's what makes relationships so tricky. Business relationships as well. It's so hard. Anyway, so you need to be soft and open to creating it by yourself. Why is it that you're wanting a business partner? You might want to ask yourself that. Open yourself up. So there might be fears involved in it. I'm telling you, if you think that it's going to be easy with a business partner, it isn't. It's so much harder. So much harder. If you think of it from a universal perspective, so much easier for just you and the universe to work together on that rather than taking someone else's vibration into account and trying to be on the same page as them. You're going to do it by yourself. And soon, yes, soon, but not with a business partner. Who's this? Sue, thank you. Will your eldest son's work improve? Will your eldest son's work improve? Yes. Let's find out. Oh, yeah, he's going to be appreciated. One particular thing that he does is going to kind of shine, or one aspect of his work is going to shine and is going to get appreciated for it. So there might, you might need to niche a little bit more, get more specific about just doing the thing that he's really good at. That's going to be appreciated. It might not need to do that himself, focus on that himself. It might just shine out within his work. Someone might notice. But no, yeah, he needs to do it. Okay, take the risk and be supportive. So he's actually going to have to step outside of his work kind of thing and do something that's not in the work thing, in his work. In other words, in his department kind of thing. Step up, take a risk, do something that hasn't been asked to shine forward. If we want to get noticed at work, if we want to do a particular thing, we don't wait for someone to give us that job. We just do it and show that we can do it and shine in that way, and then you'll be noticed and appreciated for it. It's going to involve a risk, though. It's treading on other people's toes by doing it. Not in a big way. Like just going to work and then already doing what someone else was supposed to do, but doing it really well. That person's not going to be very pleased in that, but it's going to get him noticed. Or just stepping forward and volunteering for something that's being asked, that be supportive thing. It could be something like asking the boss if they can help with a particular thing, if they can help more with a particular thing, something like that. It's doing something extra. That's how it's going to get noticed, and the stuff is going to improve. Work is going to improve. Okay. I think that's it. So what were they telling us today? We're in a big shift at the moment, and we've been putting a lot of work in toward it, and we are appreciated for that, and good times are coming, but we've got trouble. We've got trouble first, because these are big shifts that are happening, especially the masculine and feminine kind of thing. Relationships. We're going to feel left out. These are not very good cards here. These are not very good cards at all. Rejection, guarded fears, withdrawal, defensiveness, drought. That's how we're feeling in relationship at the moment. It ain't happening. Apart from for Timothy, it's happening for Timothy. You should be proud of yourself, Timothy. But it's about our thoughts. We just got to watch our thoughts and watch our thoughts. Things that make us feel heavy. Let's not trip ourselves out about that. Especially stuff not happening and feeling rejected and all of that. Abandonment issues. Let's try and have a good time, but be careful of not falling into old patterns, especially old codependent ways. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Not this time. And this time of year might be the most compelling time to fall back into old ways. But don't do it. So there we go. Thanks everyone for coming along. I wish you a very Merry Christmas if you do that kind of thing. Or, a very nice time if you're opting out of it, like me. Have a nice time. I hope the universe gives you something special. Yeah, have a great weekend. Let's do this all over again on Monday. Report back how you got on. I didn't wear my Christmas hat. I might wear it tomorrow to training. That's me being Christmassy. I don't have any Christmas food. Nothing. Bar humbug. Anyway, have a good one. And yeah, I'll see you on Monday. Bye. Thanks for the donations, everyone.